Hurry up. We're only waiting on Kevin. She's going to be 10 minutes late.
Okay.
Come on in. It's the anniversary here. It's the
He doesn't
anniversary.
care about this.
All right. While Desinoto is joining in here, welcome, everybody. Welcome once again. It is that time of the week. It is that time of the day. Crafting a chat. How is everybody doing here today?
Good.
It is a special episode. It is officially 1 year since we originally started this podcast. Desinoto, get in your seat.
Nope.
So congrats to us, and
Yeah, we made it. All of us.
Absolutely good job on everything, and always coming from me, obviously, I'm sure coming from Adam as well. If Kevin was here, he'd hear this, but we really appreciate you guys joining in, and
of course.
it's been a journey. Get down in your seat, you vile human being.
All right.
It's been a very interesting ride, guys. It's been definitely a crazy one. We've changed members, we've gone through ups and downs, we've had this entire thing built, we've done special things, we've gone through a lot of E3s and events and all these rumors and news and topics and all this good stuff. I don't know why you
survived a console launch.
We survived a pandemic.
We're still surviving a pandemic. Renewed pandemic, some would say.
Renewed, yes.
We survived a name change. We survived set location moves. We've survived quite a bit.
We've gained 2 valuable members, one who consistently tells us what he's eating, and the other one
who's consistently late the last few weeks.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Now he had to close at work. He had to close at work, so we don't we don't pay him, so it's okay.
Eventually, one of these days.
No, they're volunteers. They request a paycheck. We find new volunteers. You know what I mean? We took these people from the community. We need them. What did they add? You know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've survived a lot.
Yeah. 1 year, man. 1 year later. If I could give a round of applause, if maybe everybody else can give a round of applause, because I really can't give a round of applause. If I do, it's gonna wake my child up. Although I am gonna hit.
Don't.
That one. Oh no.
Oh. What happened?
Nothing important.
I see you were out of the world.
What happened? I don't understand. Was I not
what do you mean?
Press that button yet?
No, you weren't.
Oh god.
You do press it, so I should have prepared for that. Oh, it's okay, it's fine. Nobody got kicked. Give me 1 second. I prepared for that, so it's okay. Just in case. I've always prepared. I'm always prepared. So.
Oh my god.
I thought about not doing a preparation, and I'm glad I did.
You know.
What button did you press?
I pressed the button for his fireworks, and I think something else was attached to that, which I'm not going to get into too much detail.
A lot of things were attached to that. You'll figure it out eventually. You go ahead and join. Let me just change some settings.
All right. Well,
do me a favor and not press that button.
I'm not going to press that button now. Sorry for technical difficulties, everybody.
Boom.
Get back to our normal.
All right. Well, really
Gonna get back to our normal scheduled programming here. Sorry about that, everybody.
No, it's fine. Actually, keep flying. We're just gonna move now, so nobody's tempted to press a button. Don't press it.
Okay, let's move. We're moving too, guys. We're moving.
Hey, Desinoto, come on. Right here. Very simple.
Over here. Let's go. Look at this.
Okay, there used to be trees here, but it's fine.
Deforestation.
Wait a minute.
Now,
This is beautiful.
Please come to the entrance. Genesis, you go first.
Oh
Desunoto,
my God.
go ahead. So, you were on the other side.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
I don't know if you noticed the signs over here too.
Yeah, this is
Desunoto,
the original.
This is the original set. I have rebuilt it. I watched the old video, and I've rebuilt it so it's uneven like it was in the original. It's got the MH, as in the original title of the show. It's got your name, Genesis, and if you notice the signs over here, they have the name of our former.
Yeah, redacted, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly
redacted.
The way it should be.
So this is where we're gonna do it from. So this is 1 year ago.
Cool.
We were in this exact building before we constructed those things out there. If you guys want to continue, I'm just gonna go fix the fires because they're so loud.
Oh my God. So yeah, Desunoto, this is, I think you remember seeing this at one point. This is the first time we had actually tried to film a pilot episode, which is unfortunately probably no longer available.
It is.
Well, we don't talk about that.
All right.
It's no longer available, unfortunately. But you know,
First
this
video
is
in the
the
playlist,
original set.
episode
this
0.
Is the original stage we were going to use until we came up with the masterpiece that was outside, obvious't. But wow, this brings back memories. Oh my God.
Yeah, I know, right?
I want to stop reliving them right now. Anyway, so let's get on to what we played this week. Desunoto, since Adam is busy doing that, what'd you do this week? What'd you play?
I like how you come in prepared every week. Nice.
Spotlight's on you, Desunoto. You're good. You're good.
Well, I guess I played a little bit of Returnal, and then I died in the same spot I died last time with these giant arm dudes just clawing at you, and I was already pretty low health, and I went forward and respawned, and then I got shredded.
You got shredded, huh?
By his claws that are impossible to predict when they're gonna hit you.
I see.
So I respawned and I respawned and I was in the fourth area, the other jungle area.
Okay.
And then I died again in that same world, the same biome. So then I respawned and then I stopped playing for the day.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the detail that you went into for that. That was great detail, actually. Greatly appreciate all the detail. Yeah, absolutely shocking. I couldn't even believe. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time.
Also was summoning in Fate Grand Order, and unfortunately did not get what I wanted out of some of the Saint Quartz, which is what's used to roll the gacha in the game.
Oh, okay.
But the servant I really want is coming out on probably Thursday, so we're gonna roll again.
Okay, you keep rolling. You just keep rocking and rolling.
Watch any TV shows or movies of interest?
Yes.
What'd you watch?
I actually watched some more Higurashi today.
Oh God.
Second season. and it's hard to watch, or it's hard to like keep track because I had watched the like the new like remake or sequel of the show that came out last year. So I'm getting like mixed up between what I've watched already in that, and then what I've watched in season one, and now what I'm watching in season two. It's kind of all over the place, so I have to like, um, I guess, figure out what is from which season of the show.
Yeah, that's kind of confusing.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then I watched these random C grade horror movies that ended up being really really bad, and I couldn't keep watching it because the script was so horrible, and I couldn't bear what the all the garbage that was spewing out of the actors' mouths.
Oh my god.
You care to name it?
They might be giving it too much praise.
Wow. You don't even want to give it recognition for being a film.
But
does it not
if
deserve
anybody
to be a
was
film?
interested in a C grade horror slasher, one of them is called Dreamcatcher.
Oh yeah.
And the other one, I don't even know if it's here anymore.
Wait, Dreamcatcher, the Morgan Freeman one?
No.
Oh god, not. Is it newer?
It came out this year.
Oh Jesus, no, Dreamcatcher
bunch of random
came
actors.
Out 2003. Hey Kevin.
Hello.
And then
Kevin, welcome.
What's the other one?
Thank you for joining us tonight on this wonderful anniversary of Crafting a Chat.
I apologize for having closing tonight.
You are okay. Is he coming into the door?
I can't find the other one. It's not showing up on my continue to watch thing. I guess because I didn't watch it for long enough.
Go to the other side of the table.
Right over here, Kevin.
Yeah, in between there. Yeah, in between there. Yeah, back up. Don't press the buttons. Yeah, fit right into there. Perfect.
Kevin, this is the original set that we had.
Yep.
Nice.
1 year ago, the exact room.
Episode 0.
Yep, episode 0. 1 year ago.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you find that title, Sonoto?
No.
I'm not that interested.
It probably didn't say because I didn't watch it for long enough.
Alright then. We appreciate all the details that you shared today, and we will forever keep those in our hearts. Kevin.
Yo.
Thank you for joining us. What have you played last week?
Oh man. I played a lot of Returnal and got the platinum for that game.
Congrats on the
platinum. Alright.
Wow. Wish I had that when I said this is 1 year.
Yeah, right. It was more than 50 hours to do it. Only 39 deaths somehow.
Wow.
Like more. I don't know how many cycle starts. Yeah, alright. And I can say, if anybody actually watches or listens to this, the updates and whatnot that they've done to Returnal to make trophies easier to get, like the surveys easier to complete and like fix trophies, apparently does really work. In theory, I had to get a glyph twice, I guess, because it was saying I had one more than what I actually had, but it all worked out and I got all the trophies, so their stuff, whatever they did, seems to like fix it on the fly. So yeah, that I played Rogue Company, almost got the platinum in that. Maybe tonight, who knows?
We are close to that, Kevin. We are close.
Yeah.
How long did you guys stay on last night?
2:30, 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I got off. I think I fell asleep about 7 minutes after I got off.
Nice.
I was way more tired than I thought. So.
I know I've played a little bit of some other games here and there last week, but I don't remember what they were. Those are the two ones that stand out. But yeah, excited for Thursday, because that's Back 4 Blood beta
Back
time.
4 Blood. Can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
It looks good. It looks good from all the impressions that people are having of it. The IGN and all those people. Looks good. Looks real good. Kevin, you watch anything recently? Anything of interest?
More Bob's Burgers.
Okay.
What No, I think that's it actually.
Alrighty. Adam.
Played some Minecraft. I put about 60 hours into Minecraft this week.
Damn.
I don't doubt it. Like I said, you're the Insomniac of Minecraft.
It was building this, and then in Tentacle Man, I built some stuff in there. I built a bunch of stuff, actually. That's not important. Tentacle Man's our world. I don't think we've ever mentioned the name. We might have. I don't know. I think, yeah, we did. Built a bunch of stuff in there. It's looking really nice. Looking like an actual, world that's lived in. Thank you for taking all of this down. Thanks for typing all this down. And what else did I play? I played The Crew 2. Played more of The Crew 2.
When did you play The Crew? Oh, yeah, you did play early. Yeah.
Yeah, I played like 3 days this week. Couple of those days you were on. I just unlocked cars and stuff. I'm just racing. I was just doing a bunch of the story missions.
I want to race with you so I can get that NSX that I finally wanted.
I'm not gonna lie, it's super convenient racing by yourself to just get all the story missions done, because you can just complete it, boom, go, complete it, boom, go, complete it, boom, go. Oh, you made a mistake, restart real quick. Like, it's so much easier. Like, I do want to race with you, but at the same time, like, there's so many of the story ones where it's like you have to do them to progress, and I'm doing those ones. I'm not doing any of the ones that I don't need, because those are the ones where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do that with my buddy Genesis, and so don't worry, I'm not doing things that require you. I'm saving stuff for us, and there's so much content in that game. There's so much content. I unlocked a motorcycle. I unlocked another boat and another plane. I unlocked a few things. I played a few hours of that game, honestly. Pretty fun. And then what did I watch? I watched Falcon and Winter Soldier. I actually watched the last 5 episodes of that show. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I also didn't like quite a bit of it. It's the weirdest show I've ever watched in regards to quality, because one scene you're looking at, you're watching it, and you're like, wow, everyone in this should win an Emmy. And then you watch the next, and you're like, this show sucks. It's very strange. From scene to scene, it changes so much. But overall, I recommend the show if you haven't watched it and you're a big Marvel fan, so highly recommend. I watched Joker on Sunday, because Desunoto and I are trying to get Genesis to watch that. Kevin as well, because he hasn't watched it, but not so much him, because he'll watch it eventually, I'm sure.
What am I watching?
If you paid attention, you would know. And then I watched Batman Begins 3 times. So.
What am I watching?
And that's it. Genesis, what did you play?
Oh boy, what did I play? I played more Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus. I'm almost done with the game. Yes.
Look at the energy you got today! Wow.
Listen, it's a 1 year. He's excited. He's ready to do this. He's ready to have a topic. I guarantee you, he's gonna have something to talk about today. I'm almost. I'm almost done with it. It's got me on a hook with trying to now do. I want to play Persona 5 Royale, so I got that, and I'm gonna play that once I'm done with Tokyo Xanadu. And then that'll probably be it for my RPG, high that I have, because eventually that it just gets very boring and repetitive. I think as you get further and further into RPGs, not knocking anybody who loves them, but that's just how it ends up working for me. Like I'll be on a high streak and I'll play like 1, 2, maybe even 3 of those games, but they're so long that like by the time I get to the end of it, I'm like, oh god, I gotta go for another game like this now. But I also played Rogue Company with my good friend Kevin here. We were trying to get our. Well, it's you.
You're gonna make it today.
We're trying to get to that platinum, get like the fatty with the platty over there, and
trying to get him
platty with the fatty.
No, trying to get like the fatty with the platty.
Yeah, you'll never be like me.
Oh, we're getting close. Listen, man, don't worry about it. You're 60,
no,
we're 5.
What? What did you just say?
Outside too much.
I mean, it's not incorrect.
I thought you said you're 60, we're at 5. I'm like, those numbers are not true.
No. You said we would never be like you, and I'm like, yeah, that's right, because we go outside too much.
No, I'm asking what Genesis said. I listened.
I was over-exaggerating. Like, you're that far away from us is what I meant.
I'm at 80. How dare you?
Okay, so we're at 20.
All right, that's fine.
You see?
Saying, don't tell me I'm 60. I've been 60 for years.
Oh, okay, all right. I apologize for getting your trophy level wrong, sir.
It's not my level, it's my platinum count. What are you talking about?
Oh my
What
God.
Is this? Come on now, come on. Trophy level's 393. Get out of here.
The podcast.
There's such a big claim it to be. I don't know.
This is exactly what it is, Kevin. Why?
Oh no, he's on to us. That? He realized we don't record these.
What else did I play? I don't remember what else I played now. I think that's it. I don't think I hopped into Minecraft last week.
No.
I was gonna play The Crew, but I didn't end up playing that either. Yeah, that's all I played. I mean, I'm excited for that Back 4 Blood beta coming this week, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. I think that's gonna be great. And then we got Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut coming out soon, and then next month's Death Stranding, and we'll see where it goes after that.
17 days soon.
Yeah, that's soon. Why?
It's pretty soon. That is pretty soon. 17 days. I'm excited. Most anticipated game this month.
Extraction's in September? Ooh,
no,
that's in September, isn't it?
Yes, Diablo 2 is in September, but Extraction got pushed back till 2022.
Oh shit! Okay.
Hey, family show.
Family show.
Also, I sent you that article, and you replied the exact same thing. Just wanted you to know that.
Hey, I'm consistent, alright?
Yeah, you are. That's fair. I'll give you that.
One thing that he's got going for him, consistency.
Yeah, you've been consistent late, so, consistency. Yeah, I respect it.
Yeah.
The one day you were so late, you just didn't show up. It's alright.
But I don't think I watched anything either. If I have, it's just YouTube, honestly. I really haven't watched much.
Yeah, a lot of YouTube for me as well.
But I mean, we're in our original set here. Anybody want to bring up their topics that they want to talk about this week in this lovely place?
Ooh, me.
Please go right ahead, Kevin.
No.
Oh, okay then.
no, I'll go. Okay. I got a bit of a weird topic. I'm gonna say some explanations here. Alright. So, Dead Space is getting like a remaster, remake, whatever it is. Is it a remake or a remaster? Have they said
it's
yet?
A remake.
Okay, a remake. Alright. So, most people are like super excited about it because they're like, oh my god, Dead Space. And Dead Space is a really good game. But it got real boring for me, and I was like, why did that game get boring? Why? And I sat there and thought about it for a while. And for me, personally, it just got boring because it just kind of kept going on and on and on. And then enemies just stopped getting interesting after a while, and you never got, like, weapons past, like, the halfway mark of the game. But anyway, one thing that was kind of off-putting about the game was the weapons and weapon upgrades for said weapons. So the topic that I have today is weapon upgrades in general in games, and kind of like what works about them and what doesn't work about them, because it seems like when you really think about it, a lot of games, certain weapons are just like good off the bat, and upgrades just make them like more and more broken. Whereas other weapons that are like, oh yeah, I see what they're trying to do here. They're trying to fill this niche. They're trying to like have this excel at a certain type of combat. But in order for it to actually like be on par with everything else, you have to fully upgrade the thing. Which I found to be the case in Dead Space with the plasma cutter versus the line gun, because the line gun, like, it's supposed to be, I guess, like a shotgun sort of thing, but like does more in an AOE because it's a longer plasma cutting beam than the normal plasma cutter. But like the normal thing has more shots, fires faster, does comparable damage. Like if you're not hitting multiple things with the line gun and you don't have the time to actually aim to hit multiple things with the line gun, you're better off using the plasma cutter for every situation. And the line gun was just too slow and had too few rounds in the magazine. Um, but like, I don't know. I guess there's that thought, but like my general thought on the whole weapon upgrades thing is I don't really understand why developers seem to be in a position where they have to balance weapons against each other in a single player game. Just go nuts. Make weapons strong, and then make enemies just as strong, like what Returnal did. All the weapons in that game are viable in certain situations and against certain enemies, and some of them are outright broken against certain enemies. Like if you use the electro pylon, whatever the net launching gun thing is, if you use that on the enemies that are underwater that continually spawn squids, you can just net the area above them, so every time squids spawn, they die immediately. Um, but like that gun isn't good against some of the tougher enemies because it doesn't do upfront damage. It's only damage over time. So what they did basically was made every gun super good at things and just said we're going to make enough varied enemies with enough abilities where it doesn't matter what weapon you're using. It's your weapon will excel at certain things, but it will also be shit against other things. Um, and I don't know, maybe I just like that style of game more. Maybe there's nothing wrong with how Dead Space went about it, but what's everybody's thoughts on this general subject?
If you don't mind, I'm going to go first here. I like this topic for a couple of different things. I like your take on Dead Space. I had the complete opposite take. Obviously, I think it's because I have never played a game like Dead Space before, but I don't know if is there a comparative game to Dead Space like that came around the same time that people would have been like, oh yeah, this is a similar game to like Dead Space, or was it like its own kind? Okay, so maybe that statement doesn't.
RE4.
Yeah, I would say
okay.
something.
So I did not play a lot of the Resident Evil games until we had a PlayStation 3. So that would have been my first time playing something like that. Because I did not play it on the PS2, I didn't play it on the GameCube or anything like that. And Dead Space was my kind of like first steps, because my first real step is like the Fatal Frame games and the horror games, and this was a different way for me to get in. So I didn't have much of an issue with how the guns were in that. I think I understand your criticism about the enemies, because there were a lot more varied enemies in Dead Space 2 versus 1, and I can understand where you'd say, yeah, I could kind of get bored with the enemies because it's all the same necromorphs that come after you, with the exception of maybe a couple of the bosses and things like that, and maybe some undefeatable things like cutscene or QTE enabled things, you know. But the weapons definitely, I think I might have to disagree with, because I thought that the weapons in that game definitely were overpowered against certain things and then not overpowered against other things. So it was a very like effective and non-effective system. Like, okay, you got to use this gun against this type of enemy, but you know, it's effective against them because they have like a smaller demeanor, or they come in packs or something like that. Things like that. The what was one of them? The plasma. Obviously, you have the plasma gun, the one that you can do horizontal or vertical.
Yeah,
You
the
had that pulse rifle. Yeah, when you upgraded that thing, that was broken. Yeah, the pulse rifle was definitely good. It was like a crowd control weapon.
Thing?
Yes, very similar to that.
The plasma cutter and that thing were the only weapons I used in the entire game.
Because they had the saws. Had no ammo. They had the saws too. They had the gravity gun. They had the
I don't remember these weapons.
There was another one too.
I think it was like the game, the saw thing. Is that the one where you can just like keep the blade in like a spot in front of you?
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I do remember using that on certain enemies that came in.
The gravity gun was similar to stasis, but it would push them back at like a very, very huge, like concussive blast against them. There was another weapon, and I can't remember what the name was of it. God. Well, the line gun. That's it. The one that was like a very big, wide version of the plasma cutter.
In my opinion. But maybe because my accuracy is just super good. I don't know.
Well, the only thing you'd use that for is to cut the limbs off of those things. I mean, that's because the plasma cutter was more refined and more precise and accurate. Meanwhile, the line gun covered a very big, like broad space, but it wasn't as effective of cutting the limbs off. But it would where a plasma cutter, you'd have to aim specifically at each one of the limbs. You could probably shoot twice at a line gun and then cut all their legs off if they were like on all four or something like that. But the the weapon diversity was good. I enjoyed that. Yes, you upgrade certain guns, they get really OP. Other guns you upgrade, they're really not OP. They don't go up that high. That game was the refining of horror for me because that was just so atmospherically just scary. Versus Dead Space 2, where I think Dead Space 2 had more jump scares overall than the atmosphere there. Because remember, he didn't speak in the first one. He was very quiet as a protagonist, and the Ishimura that you were on was so just desolate and empty, and you just hear these noises coming off the ship, and all you hear is the necromorphs crawling around everywhere. That was just a whole different. I'd never experienced that in a game before like that, again, because I never played any of the Resident Evil games. But as far as comparing it to the guns in Returnal, I don't have too much obviously against that because I don't know how. I've only watched you play and Destinoto play. But the only comparison I could make to that again is after I've played like Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil 7, things like that, and even seeing Resident Evil 4, I think the guns are very similar to that in my opinion, where they're not OP, they're not super crazy, they don't do super damage, and the enemies are decently the AI is decently challenging. It's not crazy challenging unless you run into like a regenerator or something in Resident Evil. But I think you made the comparison where, okay, you give me super OP guns, but then the enemies do like a crap ton of damage because they that's how they're balancing the game out that way. They give you superpowered weapons and the enemies do a lot of damage. On hardcore difficulty of Dead Space, maybe the same thing, but I think I'm still at a disadvantage if I'm doing the hardcore difficulty run of Dead Space with the weapons that I have, even if I were to max them out. I'm super excited for the remake. I want to see how they can preserve the original experience that people had, but also add like a new take on it. Like the new take, I would think, is giving a slight different variated enemies, maybe changing the guns a little bit, because it's not going to be a like for like exactly the same. That they've already said that they want to add their own spin on it. For the most part, it's going to be the same, but they want to add their own spin on it for things. So
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Did they put ray tracing in that game?
Ooh, on
like
the Ishimura?
lighting was already good.
My God,
yes. Was already good in Dead Space.
And it was so
ray tracing.
And that was on a PlayStation 3. The game played and looked very well. Both Dead Space 1 and 2 looked so well on a PS3. Can you imagine what that thing is going to look with ray tracing and 4K on a PS5 built from the ground up like that? Oh my god.
Yeah, since we brought up Resident Evil as well, Resident Evil 4, like I might have the names of the guns wrong, but Resident Evil 4, I remember like there were a lot of handguns for some reason in that game, but like it seemed that most people either gravitated toward the Red 9 or the Blacktail, I think it was. One of the handguns had like either a higher chance or like always penetrated enemies, whereas the Red 9 just had like the highest damage and accuracy out of any gun, had like a low magazine count. But like I went the Red 9 route because it was just more my playstyle. But you had other weapons that like would fill other playstyles, and you didn't need necessarily to upgrade a gun all the way for it to be useful in Resident Evil 4, except for arguably the SMG because that thing had crap damage. But like I don't know, I guess my big thing is like why are companies really trying to balance every weapon that they make in especially single player? Multiplayer game makes sense. Single player game, why are you balancing all your weapons against each other? Like, just let the weapons do what the weapons are supposed to do. If a rocket launcher instantly kills somebody, a rocket launcher instantly kills somebody.
But then you'd end up using the rocket launcher for like everything, right? Like you wouldn't want to use all the other weapons, maybe.
Ammo. You just set it for a lot less ammo in the game for that weapon. Resident Evil does that.
I guess. I can see your point. I can see your argument there for that. I would think that the only reason why they want to balance everything is just they want everybody to try everything out and kind of give everything a reason to be in the game.
All right.
But I see your point. I do see what you're trying to say.
Right.
Who else has got something on this?
Well, I guess I will state my stuff.
My stuff.
Honestly, Destinoto, if you could even bring like Demon Souls and Dark Souls into this discussion, because I do not play the game enough to know anything about weapon upgrades and things in that. But like, this isn't exclusive to guns.
Yeah.
You can also say whatever you're gonna say. I'm not trying to tell you what to say.
Even a better comparison could be Bloodborne, because that actually has guns and weapons.
Okay.
But those games also have PvP to a certain extent.
Oh, that's
fair. Balancing weapons for that would be necessary. But let's say you were just playing offline. I mean, you could make everything like, super strong. Is that what you were saying, Kevin?
It's not even that it's necessarily super strong.
The enemies would be hard too.
Yeah, and just don't feel the need to like okay, if you have a short sword, a long sword, a halberd, and like I don't know, a bow, they should all do like very different damage, which Dark Souls is pretty good about. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they have really
every game like the halberd, you had to actually hit people with the blade.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Bloodborne had the best weapon design overall out of all the games.
Oh, it was so good.
Just because of the fact that.
If you don't mind, just wrap.
Oh. Yeah, he might be talking to somebody else, but yeah.
Intermission.
Sorry. I got food. But
of course.
So in Bloodborne, the special thing was that every single weapon in the game had an alternative form that you can switch it into on the fly, and you could switch it in and out while you're fighting an enemy. So, I mean, I thought that was like super cool, and like it was something refreshing that they never did in any of the other games. At least I don't know about Sekiro because I haven't played it yet, but in Bloodborne that had to be like the most like refreshing, like versatile weapon design I've seen in the game.
Wait, you haven't played Sekiro yet?
No.
Why did I think you? Oh, you played Nioh, not Sekiro. That's why I'm thinking that.
Yeah. I think I got kind of far in the first game, and then it's been a while since I played it. But Well, I guess tying this back to Dead Space.
Or just weapon balancing in general, I think.
I just brought up Dead Space. Nobody has to like compare it directly to that. It's just weapon upgrades and balance in general.
I actually thought each weapon had its own purpose, just because there were a good amount of varying enemies throughout the game that you would need to use each weapon for. Obviously, you could use the plasma cutter for the entire game, because it's probably the most well-balanced weapon in the whole game.
Yeah, you technically don't need to use anything but the plasma cutter, honestly. You could go through the entire game.
Yeah. You can swap it vertical, horizontal. You can shoot at far distances and snipe limbs off enemies. But then you got all those other weapons. So you probably won't have enough ammo to use the plasma cutter the whole game. And I guess in that way the game kind of forces you to use other things, depending on the situation too.
Yeah, I can see that. But let me tell you this too. From having a good system like that to going to Dead Space 3 to showing exactly what not to do with the gun upgrade system, just put it all in one amalgamation of like some monstrosity of a gun, and then use that and say, oh yeah, every ammo works for this one gun now. That was the most terrible way to go about it, and how they got from point A to point B, I don't understand who thought that was a good idea like that.
I didn't even know they did that.
In Dead Space 3, they decided to do away with all the different weapons. They just gave you one weapon that you just like made a Frankenstein gun out of, and you put everything on that one gun, and you decided to just use it's all one ammo you have to keep track of.
Oh.
It was so stupid. Took the entire fun out of the game. Yeah, you don't need to use anything then. Everything dies the same exact ammo piece. Why would you need to do anything else with it? So, a way not to do that, especially, I think is also a good thing to point out with that, because they went from something that was good to something that was terrible.
Oh yeah, because you go from something that's like multi-dimensional in how you can use the weapons and kill stuff, going back to just one-dimensional weapon design. Horrible.
I can make another comparison here with Ratchet and Clank with all the amount of weapons that you have in that game. They all play damage-wise very, very similarly. There's not one weapon that I used more than the other, damage-wise, but overall, I think, what's the word I'm looking for? Overall, like, side effect-wise, like, okay, let's say I use, like, a gravity bomb, like, the secondary effect that it would have, I used more weapons based on whatever effect they left in the game. So, like, a gravity bomb would then explode after exploding, would turn into smaller grenades, and those would explode. And then once those explode, they create, like, this small little black hole in the middle and pull the enemies back in.
Well, see, now Ratchet and Clank goes about weapon upgrades in a very different way, where if you fully upgrade the gun going through, like, we'll call it a tree. It's not really a tree, more like a grid, I guess. But if you get all the upgrades, then it, like, further enhances the weapon and gives it, like, another ability. Which is cool, because it allows you to be like, alright, I like using weapons A, B, C, X, Y, Z. I'm going to spend all my upgrade points on those to get them even better.
Right. I think that was a big difference in Ratchet and Clank overall. Ratchet and Clank, you can spend to upgrade the guns, but it's only one upgrade path you have for the guns. There's no like different upgrade paths like you have in Dead Space or Resident Evil or things like that.
That's right, yeah.
Right. Adam, you got anything to add with this?
Not so much on the Dead Space front. Didn't really play it. This is a great topic. I've been really enjoying the conversations around it. Good job, Kevin. I don't know why that was funny.
I don't know. I like these open forum topics.
Yeah. I like it. I'm probably the worst person to talk to when it comes to gun upgrades, because like a classic God of War. You find one thing and you stick with it. If anybody played the original God of Wars on like PS2 and PS3, you upgraded the blades. Occasionally, you used the other weapons they gave you. There was a reason why the other weapons didn't really transfer from game to game. It's because the blades were the best, and that's what everybody used. And that's why I was so shocked in the new God of War. You get the axe and the axes. Beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And
throw build, it was so good.
Yeah, and in most other games that I play, it's either there are no weapon upgrades like an Uncharted, or there is an upgrade, but I usually stick with like the same things and typically like try to upgrade it to like power and stealth. Like I'm thinking of the Far Cry games. You can upgrade the snipers in there, and I usually just buy the highest powered sniper rifle, and then I silence it, and then I just keep upgrading the power and the ammo capacity. And that's basically what I do for every Far Cry game. And I also have like an automatic pistol and typically a shotgun, and I'm just a powerhouse. In New Dawn, I literally only use my automatic pistol and my sniper. And I upgraded my automatic pistol 67 times, and my sniper like 114. So,
oh my god.
I did all the single player stuff and a little bit more all on my own, and then I was playing in Cardboard. I was playing with him, and and then I did all the stuff there. And you have to take over these bases, and you get like gasoline, like fuel, and you use that fuel to upgrade your guns. And to upgrade my gun to 100, like my one sniper 114 times, I needed like 30,000 gallons of fuel. And you would get like 300 gallons of fuel every time you took over something. So I played it a lot. When I dedicate my time to a game, I grind. I'm there for it. Like with Minecraft, as you guys can probably tell. But yeah, I typically don't upgrade anything. But if I do, I'm sticking with the same stuff. I'm not branching out. I don't have like weapons for everything. Like even when I played Grand Theft Auto 5 and when I got to level 100 on PS3 for the trophy, like online, I literally stuck to a silenced pistol, a silenced machine gun, and I think a rocket launcher, and that was basically what I just had online the entire time. So it's really just find what you're comfortable with, stick with it, upgrade those if possible. If not, just continue using what you're comfortable with. So I'm not really into upgrading weapons too much. Real quick, Infamous, not really a weapon, except it kind of is, your powers. I preferred playing as a hero in Infamous 2 because you got like these like restraint things instead of killing people. You also got them in 1, and I think Second Son had them as well. I don't know. I don't remember Second Son that well. And
Second Son had those powers as well, I think.
Like the restraint stuff instead of blowing people up.
Yeah,
I feel like it was okay with you killing DUP people. Pretty sure it was.
I think if you restrained them, you got hero points, but if you beat them regardless, you just got neutral points.
Yeah, okay. I actually really enjoyed that stuff because it made me try to be like a little like just careful with how I deal with people, so you don't get like negative karma points for executing people on the ground. And then you can upgrade your powers, and it's fun when some powers become OP, and it does kind of break the game. Like in New Dawn, my sniper and my automatic pistol were breaking the game. Cardboard, we had to kill these special animals for him, and when he was trying to kill them with his guns, it took him about 5 minutes to kill something, and with my upgraded pistol, my automatic pistol, if I just held R2 for 5 seconds, it was dead. So that's how overpowered those guns become in that game after you upgrade them so many times. And then my sniper, we got to the final boss, and I sniped it 3 times and it was over. So I kind of ruined his experience in a way, because in my game, I wasn't that fully upgraded, and it was a couple minutes for that fight, and there was some strategy, and I was by myself. But yeah, but for his, I was like, boom, boom, boom. All right, cutscene, we beat it. So I do enjoy the I guess the male fantasy, some would say, about like having too much power with OP weapons.
Oh my god!
It doesn't. I don't think it takes me out of a game. As long as it doesn't hit too early. There's not too many games where it hits too early, thankfully. So that's kind of all I really have to say.
Leave it to you to bring all those different comparisons in, man. God of War, Infamous, like those. Those are good actually.
Well, Kevin texted me about it earlier, so I had some time to think about it, if I'm honest. Yeah. I originally thought of God of War when I was texting him, though. Because I was like, I remember pumping all the blood into the Blades of Chaos and being like, why would I use these anywhere else? Like, I mean, I have to upgrade the others for trophies and the remasters, but not back then.
I mean, you bringing up God of War made me remember Devil May Cry. I pretty much exclusively used Alistair and the shotgun.
Wow, I didn't even talk about Devil May Cry. That would have been a good comparison right there. Oh my god.
There's still time. I don't know if you know that.
Now we got music.
Destinoda, what are you up to? Sounds like you're typing, you're eating, you're listening to music. Sounds like new wave synth pop.
I was trying to bring up the clip of him saying, "I need more power."
Oh, that was Devil May Cry. I need more power. Yeah.
All right. Quick recommendation.
That's okay.
Real easy way to bring up stuff is you mute yourself, you play it until you find it, and then you back up a little bit, unmute yourself, and then play it. That's how I do things all the time. It's great. Just a recommendation. You do you, though. You do you.
Wow.
I think you took your recommendation right now.
I hear some speaking in the background. Yep.
Yeah. Justin, did you have any other things to talk about with weapons? I feel like I told you to talk about Dark Souls and things. I wasn't really trying to steer you. Oh, okay.
Listen, if you want to take Devil May Cry, go right ahead.
Oh, well. Oh.
Oh, well.
Oh. Devil May Cry 5. Virgil's the best character in the game. Let's just leave it at that.
Yes, I concur. But I also like Dante. So, but the weapons in that game. Oh my!
See, and that's how you do it. There you go.
He got it. He got it eventually, though. Oh my god, the sheer amount of weapons. Kevin, did you ever play any of the Devil May Cries besides 1?
No.
You need to play 5 at least. At least either 5 or 3. One of those two. God, they were
You gotta play 5 at least. At least 5 or 3. 5, 3, 4, or 2. You gotta play
5 and 3. 5 and 3, only 2 that you should touch because those are the best of the series. Best.
I heard that 2 was questionable at best.
That's why it wasn't named.
Yeah, we don't talk about that one. That one doesn't exist. We don't talk about that one. But man, Destinoda will tell you about Virgil's weapons and how even though they've remained static throughout the series, damn.
Yeah, he has the 3 same weapons for all the games that he ever appears in. Which is 3, 4, and 5 Special Edition. Which includes his Yamato, his Beowulf, and his Force Edge. And even though he only has 3 weapons, the speed, the damage, and just the overall spectacle that he brings is just that's too good. too good. Yeah.
The variation in Dante's weapons, I think, will give you that varied play style that you seem to like. The only difference with Devil May Cry is that Devil May Cry will give you OP weapons, right? But the enemies are so far ahead of you in terms of difficulty and damage. You have these OP weapons, and all these different weapons do the same. Like, I don't think there's any like, if you use one weapon against a certain mob, it's not going to do more damage versus a different weapon. It's just that when you learn how to combine everything together, then you're like, oh, I can do this specific combo, and this is what's going to do the most damage. But your weapons are nothing compared to what the damage is that they do to you. Like, you're so outclassed in a lot of these games, especially when you go higher in difficulty, like Dante Must Die difficulty or anything like that. It's crazy. So it takes basically what you have in Returnal, but just pump the enemies up to like 1,000,000 and you stay at 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got all these crazy OP weapons to do everything, but then it's the enemies can just destroy you instantly.
Path of Exile, got it.
And then the whole style gauge adds a whole nother dimension to like what you want to be doing in a fight.
Yeah.
And like how aware you have to be and reflexes with dodging enemies and hitting at the right time and jumping at this time and keeping an eye literally like 360 degrees around you.
There would be a reason to balance weapons in a game like that, because you would want all the weapons to be balanced in a way where you can immediately swap between styles, because using the same weapon over and over is not going to result in stylish gameplay versus you swapping between all these 6 different weapons you have, 3 swords, 3 different guns, trying to gain as much stylish points as you can when you're killing all these mobs of enemies on you. So that would be an example where you need to have everything balanced in a certain way. They all have different mechanics, but they're all balanced in a way where they need to be able to output the same damage as one another, if that makes sense.
It kind of does, yeah.
But yeah, that's our thoughts on DMC. If you got anything else, Kevin, let us know. If not, we can move on to the next
thing. I think we got a pretty good conversation that went on there. Almost lasted an hour, so I think we should just move on to the next thing.
All right. Adam, do you want me to lead with this one, or would you like to talk about this one?
What?
No.
Oh, you should know exactly by the sorrow that he has in his voice. We're gonna spend some time here and talk about the tragedy that befell us over this past weekend, and just the overall response or lack thereof that we're getting. To fill context into this entire situation, besides his sorrowful cry, Horizon Forbidden West, unfortunately, will most likely be delayed, according to multiple different sources, one of them being Jason Schreier. Yep. Yeah, I agree with that 110%, because I also was waiting for this game after Adam has shown me the light that is Horizon Zero Dawn and I played through it. Wow, what a game. And to hear at least the saddening news that it's going to be delayed till 2022, which there's still no official confirmation from Sony, but we'll talk about that in a second. It is the most disheartening thing to hear when this, obviously, I think a lot of people were expecting it to go into 2022 because I guess it made more sense to put it in 2022, I guess. I'm not 100% sure about the logic there, but a lot of people were expecting it to come out holiday 2021. So that we got, that AAA title besides Ratchet and Clank Returnal, and obviously the director's cuts that are coming back here. But unfortunately, according to Jason Schreier and maybe Jeff Grubb and a lot of other news outlets now reporting the same thing because of the said comments, that it is going to be delayed to 2022. The decision apparently was made by Sony, and they have not announced anything yet. And I think the worst part about all this is that Sony and Guerrilla both have remained totally quiet for the last 2 business days, if I'm counting today and yesterday, and the last 4 days since we've unearthed this news on Friday night, I believe it was, or Saturday morning. They haven't said one word.
It was midday Friday, because I was at the store.
Was it midday Friday?
Yeah, because I was at the store. Yeah, and I came back and I saw that.
And yeah, he proceeded to record that scream, which was, arguably well placed is the word I'm trying to look for.
I held back too. Well screamed, yeah. All right.
The big thing I do want to discuss is the lack of the response from Sony and Guerrilla both. If this was Xbox with Halo possibly getting delayed to 2022, you guys know that the PR team would be all over that in minutes. If somebody broke the news that Halo is going to be delayed till 2022, they would be all over that. And I understand, I think Halo's in a different class when it comes to comparing that to Horizon. Obviously, Halo is much bigger in terms of popularity than Horizon. But I'm kind of just comparing, for namesake, because they were both originally scheduled to come out in 2021. Halo obviously still coming out this year, but Horizon most likely getting pushed back till next year. Xbox would have been all over that in the matter of an hour. I'll even give the benefit of a doubt within a day they'd be all over that. But we hear nothing from Sony. Zero. And it's not like the Twitter account is not active. It's active. It's posting other things. But they just choose to ignore that. What are your guys' thoughts on all of this?
Well, as usual, it's pretty bad when Sony's not saying anything at all about one of their more established IPs from a extremely established developer in their arsenal. So hopefully we get news soon, like official confirmation, or maybe
there's hope.
Maybe there's hope. Maybe.
No.
2021.
No, I believe.
2022.
Devin, you say 2022.
I've been saying 2022.
I know you have. I know.
I mean,
but
like freaking everything in the video gaming world is getting pushed back. So I just expect another game to get pushed back. I'll be honest.
But Kevin, here's the thing: when we've gotten these announcements for things getting pushed back, they come straight from the developer or the publisher, saying that, hey, after consideration, blah blah blah, we're gonna delay this to X date. What is the difference in this? Like, why are they not taking the initiative to say, okay, somebody who covers video gaming news has broken that our game, one of the flagships of the PlayStation brand at this point, is going to be delayed, and we're not going to say anything about it?
Well, I mean, I don't know. When was this broken?
Friday, midday.
Friday?
And I gave the benefit of the weekend. Cool.
If you still don't have anything official by the end of like this week, then sure, then you can start to question it. But like, I don't know. I don't feel like they have to like be combing the internet to like find somebody talking about this game being delayed. Oh, yep, okay.
They don't have to comb the internet. It's at every major news outlet. If you go on their Twitter, if you go on Guerrilla's Twitter, every reply to everything they've posted for the last 4 days is literally, is the game coming out? Was it delayed? What's going on? Why aren't you talking to us? Why aren't you responding? And then somebody being like, wow, this is great cosplay. And Guerrilla responding, hey, we're glad you like the cosplay. Keep following to see more. Like, they're sharing some great cosplay. There's a lot of great fans out there with some great cosplay for Horizon. But at the same time, you don't have to go far. Because after that story broke by Jeffrey Gruber, people were already, like, reaching out to PlayStation through Twitter and every social media thing available. So PlayStation knew. It trended on Twitter for a day and a half. It was in the top 10 for a day and a half. It was number 1 for like an hour, and then it dropped to number 3, and then it stayed in the top 10 for a day and a half on a Friday night during the summer. Like, that is a huge thing. And it has been so long. They should have replied at least by Saturday. I would give them till Saturday. I would even give them to Monday. There is no excuse to not reply. They could come out and be like, we're still not sure. But the rumors are, or basically the confirmed rumors, but it's so weird to even describe, are that sources very close at Guerrilla have delayed the game months ago. And Sony has not said anything. They've literally said nothing. If you go to their website, it still says it's coming. And it still says 2021 in a lot of places. Their trailers still say 2021. Before GT7 was delayed, the website was updated, and so was that the trailer was re-uploaded to show no date, or it pushed it to 2022. This one, it was leaked, and they haven't said anything. And it's just so frustrating that they haven't said anything. Because I'm sitting here being like, it's definitely delayed to 2022, but Sony still hasn't said anything. Why? I'm so confused. It's like, you have a whole marketing team, you have a relations team, like, say something, put it out. It's not hard. It's not hard at all.
A simple statement would have sufficed. Just a simple statement.
Yeah, there's no excuse for this, and I'm very upset about it. I understand that they need more time, and I'm okay with them getting more time, because game development is hard, especially now since everybody's at home still. If they need more time and they don't want to risk their workers, tell us. Don't let it leak out and then say nothing for 4 days. It doesn't make any sense.
I think the worst part about it is just the lack of a response and just the almost the irresponsibility that they have with this. That we're not asking for a book response. We're not asking for a paragraph. You could easily just say, hey, listen, guys, we made the choice to delay it to 2022 due to some reasons of we want to polish the game up and due to COVID, things like that. The same thing that we would think that they delay it for, and just leave it at that. Don't let the rumors eat that much of your fan base's attention, because that's just driving bad publicity for that game. At that point, I mean, I don't know. It's not good at all as to how they're handling the situation.
No.
And I'm curious now. I've seen a lot of people say that, with this going into 2022, a very likely scenario would be either God of War GT7 is going to be pushed to 2023, since next year is so stacked. But what if they do the same thing with something like that again? Like, I feel like they don't care. They're just going to be like, yeah, we'll let rumors start this up again.
No, I mean,
it's delayed.
So for that, you could release God of War GT7 and Horizon in the same year. It's only 3 games. Like, GT7's a racing game. You could release that around first-person shooters and it would still do well, because it has a dedicated fan base and it's nothing like the others. God of War, same thing. That game's going to sell no matter when you put it out. It'll sell more if nothing else is around it, most likely, but probably not a significant amount. Like, it's going to have a fan base. Horizon, same thing. It'll sell. There's no doubt about that. And Sony will ramp up the marketing when it gets close. And I think the only reason they haven't responded is it's possible they're still trying to decide if it's still coming out this year. And they just don't know. But at the same time, Herman just tweet out, hey, this is not confirmed. We still don't know. Just really easily, just a simple, not even a fleet because those are gone now for Twitter. Or they're leaving today, I think. Just put something out there. It makes no sense to be silent, and it's bothering me. It bothers me so much. We talk about this every few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Any other thoughts from anybody on the panel here?
The only thing the only thing I was reading...
This stuff happens all the time. Like, there's rumors that games are delayed, rumors that games won't have certain modes in them, rumors that games will have paid DLC, free DLC, this, that, and every other thing. And just wait. Eventually, the company will tell you everything.
So I agree that it does happen all the time, but usually not to this scale.
What scale? It's a release date.
This is getting a lot of attention, though, because Sony and Guerrilla have not said anything.
Yeah, do you have an example of what you're trying to... Like, it happens all the time?
Okay, so there were rumors that Battlefield wasn't going to have its Battle Royale mode in the game. Didn't wind up having it. That wasn't confirmed for a while after that rumor went around, I'm pretty sure. It's hard to look up when, like, rumors start versus when confirmed anywhere. Mostly Battlefield titles have had issues. There's still questions as to whether or not Battlefield will have all the game modes that they're talking about on release when 2042 comes out. There's a question on when any game is being released. Diablo 4 is loaded with questions. I don't know.
So let me pose another continuing point on that. So you're saying that they don't know whether Battlefield 2042 is going to have all the modes that they've talked about, but EA has officially said that these are the modes that are going to be in the game, right?
Sure. Yep, okay. Be in the game.
Cool. So they've said it though, but they've said that this is what's going to be in our game. I think the biggest difference here is that Sony hasn't said anything about this ever since even that started. Like, okay, rumors start, that's cool, but I think there's an official response that actually is a statement that says, hey, here's what's going to be in the game, not because the rumors are, but I'm just saying, like, the rumors start, and then obviously official statement comes afterwards, right after that for that game, for Battlefield 2042. So there is still an official way of saying, okay, yeah, this is what's going to be it. Now, whether or not that actually is in the game, when we get to the game, we'll find out or not. And if not, then obviously that's a whole different thing. But the thing is that this has been 4 days that this is now going on of no silence being broken. And there's just no reason why not to break the silence. Like, if you're not ready, just simply tweet, hey, we're not ready yet. If you're ready, okay, this rumor that's, we understand that people are concerned. We have a bunch of tweets and replies and things like that. We want to reassure everybody that it is going to be coming out this year. We just don't have a date as to when this year, but it will be this year. Or not, I think that's the difference. I like the comparison you made with Battlefield because that was a decent comparison with, like, the size, the scale. But I think EA has their official statements out pretty quickly when it comes to the rumors, unless I'm wrong with that.
Nobody has statements quickly with rumors.
Yeah, nobody's quick with rumors, but at the same time, this rumor started Thursday night, but then we didn't hear about it because it was behind a paywall until, like, Friday afternoon. But then Jason Schreier puts it out, and then every other site doesn't run it as a rumor. It's run as a report. And Sony has not responded to the reporting of it. That's like a Battlefield thing. Like, is Battlefield coming out this year? Or, like, before we knew any information about it, they would say, hey, there's a rumor that Battlefield has no campaign. That's a rumor, and it remains a rumor. And then a bunch of people come out and say, like, who were working on the game, they're like, it has no campaign, it has no campaign. And that remains a rumor for a while. And then when they finally show off the game and announce it has no campaign, problem solved. Easy. There is not a question about what's in the game. It's about the release date of the game. And less than 2 months ago, they announced they're still trying to get it to come out this year. According to the reports, they decided months ago that it's been delayed to 2022. Also, this stuff has come out. It's been reported on. Sony has said literally nothing. It is no longer as much of a rumor as we think.
It's more news now.
It's more news, yes. So for Sony not to say anything, to not update the trailers, to not update any of the marketing they have for Horizon, it makes no sense. At this point, it's just misleading people, like a general consumer, to try to get a PlayStation, or 5 if they want, but it's coming out on both PS4 and PS5. But it's just misleading them into thinking it's still coming out in 2021. But if Sony already knows, just put it out there. I would, if this was a rumor and then it didn't pick up traction as much as it did, I would be like, oh, that would suck. But also, at this point, we basically all believe this because it's not shocking that a game is being delayed, and it's being reported on. It's not ever classified as a rumor anymore. That's what the issue is. If that makes any more sense to you, Kevin.
I mean, yeah, yes.
All right, cool. I'll take that. I'll take that as a win.
I guess. Here's the thing. I understand where you all are coming from. With it sucks that like they're being silent and stuff, and like that's not professional. Cool, I get that. But at the same time, do I need the information now? No. Why do I need it now? Like the game comes out months and months from now, anyways. So I just keep it pinned on my radar, and there you go.
The game does come out months and months based on the report, or it comes out in 3 months.
Okay.
Just confirm it. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't need to know it now, but at the same time, there's no reason not to say anything.
I mean, yeah, there is no reason to not say anything, but companies will never do that.
Yeah.
The thing is, they do. A lot of companies are starting to do that, though.
They might be starting. So League of Legends has one horrible rapport with players for a thing that they did.
Sure.
Where a champion was, it's coming, it's releasing. It was Ahri. She was going to be releasing soon for like a month and a half because they never came out and said, oh hey, we're going to release it at the same time that Chinese servers go up because the like Kitsune, Foxfire, I think it was China or Japan, Kitsune and Foxfires and stuff like that were in their mythology, so like they're going to time it with the servers when they're ready to go and they're having problems with the server architecture. Never said anything. Super easy thing to say, right? Never said anything, because that's what developers do now. They do not say anything. They don't want to be transparent. I don't understand why, and I just cope with it, that developers will never tell you what their actual plan is.
So, I mean, yeah, but they said soon. If that's the actual wording, then that's not really dating it. It's not really a time frame. That is annoying how they wouldn't speak to it, and maybe they were trying to put it out, but...
To your point, they knew when they wanted to put it out, so why didn't they just say it? Because then they wouldn't have had people being like, oh my god, when is this champion coming out? It's been a month. Like, if you're timing it a very specific way, you have logic for it. It was all there. It made sense to me when I heard about it after the champion came out. But then why not say it? Because, I don't know, companies just don't. They really just don't.
And I think that's still something to complain about then. I won't accept it. I won't accept it. Because I can't accept it anymore because of how good Xbox has been with all the communication that they've been doing this generation.
Yeah.
They have set a new standard for most games now. Remember when the Series S leaked in the middle of the night? And then they put up a tweet with the side-eyed monkey thing? Like,
yeah.
And then a few hours later, they confirmed it was coming out. They put out the trailer, and they're like, well, we didn't want to put this out now, but, the internet does its thing. Xbox has been so good with that. Like, so good. And it makes no sense why no other company will do it. I loved when, during that state of play, they were like, Horizon, we're hoping that it comes out this year. We just don't know. And I would love for them to just say, hey, we now know it's not coming out till 2022. Or they could say, hey, we still just don't know. And we'll get back to you. There's no reason for silence. Absolutely no reason. And honestly, it's abhorrent that they're silent about it.
He makes a decent point with the Xbox stuff, though. I really do have to get. I really do have to agree with.
He disagrees. He hates Xbox. He was like, "Screw them. I'm getting out."
I think his internet went out. As he's reconnecting. I really gotta agree with Adam's point here with Xbox. They have done a phenomenal job at the overall PR, the way that they're just covering anything and all that happens on their side. And like I said before, if Halo Infinite at all gets delayed, they will be the first ones on it to either do damage control or give a specific reason or just kind of calm the entire fan base down. Whatever they have to do, they'll be on it the minute that happens.
If there was a rumor that Halo was delayed, they probably wouldn't comment on it. If every major outlet started reporting that Halo is delayed and Xbox was silent for 4 days, the internet would be like, hello? What's happening? What's going on here? But that wouldn't happen. Xbox would be like, hey, those reports are false, or the reports are true, or they'd be like, hey, we're putting out the multiplayer this year, the campaign we're still working on that's coming out next year, it's all going to be on Game Pass, be excited. Like, I just don't understand, because there's still no date for Halo. Like, it's still supposed to be coming out this year, but they still have not confirmed an actual release date.
Nope. Didn't they confirm holiday 2021?
They have not confirmed an actual release date. Holiday is not a release date. It's a release window.
Oh, okay.
Welcome.
Okay.
Thanks. my PS4 turned
also,
off because power saving.
Oh, nice. Stop typing, start moving.
That's fine.
And what's also interesting, where's Scorn? Scorn is supposed to be coming out this year still. Have we seen anything on that?
Slated for 2021?
That was at E3. It was in that picture.
That's question marks.
That's a question mark,
really?
But there has been no rumor or no report on it, so nobody cares.
Really?
I'm sure somebody cares.
I'm sure people care. I'm sure people care, but yeah, it does say 2021. Oh my god.
And
guys,
then
we're in August. What
and then when somebody puts out a rumor on it, and then it's picked up for reports, Microsoft be like, "Hey guys, we're still working on Scorn. We're pushing it," and everybody like, "Hey, that's okay. We understand." It would be over within 48 hours.
No, Sony's like, "Nah, Abandoned. We'll let you keep guessing what that game is. Horizon, keep guessing when it's gonna come out. PS5, who knows when you'll be able to get one." God, Sony. God,
got one.
I don't know what to
do
with you.
Pretty easy to get a PS5, you know?
Alright, well, for other people it's not. I mean, we all have one here, yes, I understand that. But I'm kind of catering to the masses who watch this who don't have a PS5.
It's easy. Only people who have PS5s watch this.
I see.
They use the Twitch app on their PlayStation 5 or the YouTube app, and they're watching this, and they're like, yeah.
Since we've beat this topic to death, anything else on this, or any other topics anybody wants to discuss before I head into rumors? Adam, if you do the honors of playing that screen one more time before I go on the rumors while I pull this up real quick.
Oh, yeah, I'm a big fan of it, so I always have it primed and ready to go, like at a moment's notice. Did a moment is defined as 90 seconds, so thankfully I have quite a bit of time while you're pulling that up. So, you know,
a moment.
All right.
All right.
A moment is
Going on to
defined as
rumors,
90
guys.
seconds, by the way. That is true.
That's an interesting definition of a moment.
I'm not Merriam-Webster. Is that Merriam-Webster, Kevin? Google that.
No. All right, rumors. The internet, what's it speaking to me? It's speaking a different language, apparently. I got a couple here. You guys ready for this one?
No.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes.
All right, cool. Beyond Good and Evil 2, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One versions apparently have been canceled.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Italy 24 News has commented on this, saying that they're the ones bringing the story up, saying that this is probably canceled. Apparently the platforms have been removed for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Series X, Series S, PC, PlayStation 5 are the only platforms there.
All right.
Interesting. Any thoughts on this?
Kind of sucks if you bought a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One for this game, but at the same time, I don't even remember if it announced consoles. I think it was just a CG trailer and then Joseph Gordon-Levitt talking about it.
I thought it said it was supposed to be there for all consoles.
Yeah, well, it's been so long for that game, honestly. Yeah. I don't even know if that game's coming out anymore, if I'm honest.
Yeah, the game's in development hell?
Yeah.
Wasn't that, 2018?
You think?
Or was it earlier?
Oh, no, it was revealed way long ago.
16?
No, earlier.
Seriously, that long ago?
Yeah. It was revealed... Let me
see. Any thoughts on this, Kevin?
Oh, no, it was revealed in 2017. Huh. Never mind, I was wrong. Same year as Horizon.
Well, I mean, like a lot of Ubisoft's games, they're probably just going to be dead on arrival anyway. So, that's kind of how they work. Also, obviously the friendly nod of despair to Ubisoft is always welcome. So, okay, if no other thoughts, I'm going to move on to the next one here. I don't think we want to hit a lot of this. It's not really rumor, it's just news that's going on, like the whole, a couple of the heads of companies, like Blizzard's head of HR, are just leaving due to the whole thing that's going on with them. I don't think I want to touch that too much, but I figured I'd just mention that. There's a lot of people stuck with this situation that's going on, and I mean, it's not a good situation. People are leaving as they should be leaving because I don't think they're fit to be in the roles that are in if they're doing these things.
Well, he made a good decision because he definitely got his well-deserved severance package, and he's, chilling with all that extra cash.
Yeah, anyway, we haven't really talked about Activision Blizzard stuff. I don't feel comfortable talking about it. It's not because, I'm going to put it out there. I just don't have any experience. I feel like I would have really nothing to add to the conversation. I think it's awful, and I think most everyone here feels that way. It's not that we don't think it's important. We definitely think it's important. We're just four guys playing Minecraft. Like, we have no power there. We hope everyone at Activision Blizzard who was shitty just fuck off. Family show at this part, it's okay. Teach your kids to tell horrible people to fuck off, because it makes no sense. It bothers me that Bobby Kotick is still there. It's annoying in so many ways. More stories keep coming out. It's getting worse and worse as the weeks go by. Doesn't seem like really anything's going to change. Great. One guy left. Another CEO or HR person mysteriously disappeared or whatever. Like, fix your shit. Like, Jason Schreier put out a bunch of tweets today talking about how when Activision purchased Blizzard or combined with them, whatever the hell happened, they noticed how horrible that company was, like in regards to like their corporate culture and like the basically the rot that was going on there, and they tried restructuring it, and then they realized it was hemorrhaging money. That's why they ended up closing a bunch of offices down, like in Paris and Toronto and stuff. And they just have been slowly restructuring it, but they clearly didn't get rid of everything. And then Activision was also having the same issues. There's nothing really that's going to fix it, because to fix it, they would have to literally get rid of every single person at the top of Activision and Blizzard, and they're not going to do that. A couple people are going to be scapegoats, and they're all going to get severance packages, and then woo. The one lady who I don't remember her name. I don't want to say her name because she fucking sucks. She literally retweeted how if you tell people about that you've been harassed, how that could be bad for the company. She literally retweeted that while this investigation is going on. Like, how insensitive do you have to be to not understand how bad that would look? They hired a law firm that specializes in helping companies prove everyone wrong and basically dodge everything and settle things out of court. Like, I understand it's for your bottom line, but at the same time, the situation sucks. Good luck to everyone. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, cool. I think that was a good summary of it. Anybody else have anything to add on that?
Blizzard's always been a terrible company.
Kevin?
Wow.
Always appreciate your input.
Always.
That's rooted in Diablo 3 nonsense, but that's fine.
Kevin, going right off of
everybody was super excited for the Diablo 3 auction house. I wasn't. I said all the problems that they were going to have with it, and guess what? All of them came true. Shocker.
It seems like we speak a lot of things into existence in this podcast, but
the thing is like we can actually sit here, look at something, and be like, no, that's not how it's going to play out. Like, yeah, sure, that's how you want it to play out. That's how it plays out on like your paper that you're doing all whatever on. But this is how like actual players are going to do it. This is how the actual public is going to interact with this.
Well, we spoke the SSD into existence. That's what.
Well, yeah, we did. Yeah. But when I heard about the Diablo 3 auction house at first, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, the people who run bot accounts and stuff are going to just have the free run of the thing, and I guarantee you, within like the first couple of months, someone's going to find out some way to generate infinite money. And it wasn't 2 months, but people did figure out how to generate infinite money.
It was 2 minutes.
What's the auction house thing? Is that like an actual like
the real money auction house that came with Diablo 3? Yeah.
I remember that. I remember articles about that being like, how to prepare for the auction house, how to navigate the auction house. A week later, the auction house is completely broken and I hate it. What?
Yeah, everybody was super excited for it. I'm like, no, this is going to kill the game. Like, they got to get rid of it. Why would you put this in the game? Like, you do not put real money onto equipment in a hack and slash RPG. You just do not do that. Like, if you did that with Diablo, Path of Exile, Baldur's Gate, anything like that. Well, some of the Baldur's Gate games, depends on what game we're talking about.
I feel like I also read something
a recipe for disaster.
Where some guy made like a lot of money using it too.
Oh yeah.
Like one of the first success stories of it. Like how I made $40,000 a month in the auction house.
Yeah, there are people selling weapons for $1,000.
Yeah.
For one weapon.
Stupid.
All you need to do is be lucky and have a shit ton of time. Anyway, we're done. Move on.
Cool. The next one I'm going to go with here. Apparently, there's a leak for the Battlefield 2042 technical playtest starting the 12th of August. This was a screen cap that somebody got before the page got taken down. Technical playtest starts on PC, PS5, Xbox Series S and X, starting the 12th to the 16th. And you can playtest everything in those sessions. It's a strict NDA, closed environment, all that stuff. You can't access this page anymore, but, yeah.
Interesting.
Scary.
Cool. Move on to the next thing.
No, not really.
Yeah, I didn't think you would be.
If I randomly find an invite, though, you better believe I'm going to try it out.
Yeah, I'm going to try it out. This is garbage. I'm heading out of here.
I'll send my feedback.
Oh, I'm sure you will. It'll be a very strongly worded letter of feedback.
Quake Champions didn't listen to player feedback after their beta. Oof. Rough.
Which game was this for?
2042 Battlefield.
Oh.
I got another one here. I'm gonna just go over that. It's alright, it's cool. Gamefly has listed PS5 and Xbox Series X versions of Tropico 6 due out later this year.
I'm mad. I'm so mad.
Why? Are you a big Tropico fan?
Being at E3, hold on. I called that being at freaking E3 with that Koch Gaming.
Yeah, you did,
Koch. And it didn't show it, and now it's coming out this year.
You know, I don't want to say you spoke it into existence because I know you're against that. So I'm going to say you didn't.
No, I'm not a Tropico fan personally, but I know that Tropico is like, that series will never die. People play that all the time. Tropico and I think another one made by the same company.
Auto, I think.
No.
Auto 2033 or something like that. Was that what the game was called?
You think of Cyberpunk 2077? Idiot.
No. There's an Auto.
No, it's not Auto. It's Anno, as in year.
Oh, Addo 2033 or something.
Anno,
like that.
no T.
Like, and there's like.
Oh, Anno.
Anno, no, 1800. Anno. There's a whole bunch of shit.
There's a lot of Anno.
The futuristic one.
Speaking of Anno, the next rumor I got here, Team Asobi, the people who make or work on Astro's Playroom and stuff like that, apparently they're referencing PlayStation Home on their website via job page. There's, I guess, people, making rumors that PlayStation Home may be getting developed by Team Asobi.
Now, again, what can you read exactly what the rumor is?
Yeah. If you guys remember, a couple days ago, this person posted someone claiming they could redeem PlayStation Home items on PS5, but the codes didn't work, and the rumors of PlayStation Home returning via trademark renewals and Soho engine description. Well, today, Team Asobi launched their website, and on their job listing page, referenced PlayStation Home with the graphic of an Astrobot sitting in a house that looks like a PlayStation Home logo.
So I went to the website, and the thing where Astro is sitting in a PlayStation Home logo, underneath it says telework flexibility. So if you look at their benefits and stuff, it shows little Astro things, and it shows like the benefits of working there, like competitive salary is Astro with hard eyes holding a coin. Healthcare is Astro using a hula hoop. so like
Astro and Wii Sports, Astro for Mario, and Astro developing PlayStation Home.
No, everything you said was incorrect. So it's just being, hey, if you're at home, like we understand because of the pandemic, telework flexibility. So like,
but why use the PlayStation Home icon? Just
because they reference PlayStation stuff.
Then use a different thing. Use the triangle from the controller; it'll work better.
Because Astrobot's going to be
the triangle does not look like a home. First of all,
it looks like a roof.
It's fair. Like the work-life balance. Astro is like sitting down meditating, and he's got like a Ghost of Tsushima rice hat on.
Oh my God! Team Asobi's making Ghost of Tsushima 2. Oh
yeah,
my God!
It's about as smart as the.
No, it's Insomnia.
God, man, if they, I swear to God, Kevin, if they're doing like they said their next game is their most ambitious project, and it's going to be a 3D platformer. Not yet confirming it's an Astro game, But if they guaranteed it is, I hope it is. Oh god, I'm so excited. You guys got to play Astro's Playroom, all of you, and by all of you I mean you, Kevin and Desunoto.
No.
Yeah. All right. Well. You know what? Screw it. I'm done. That's it.
Wow. All right.
Any other thoughts on this? All right, cool. My next one. Apparently, Xbox Game Pass hints at a possible Android TV integration. So I believe there was a screenshot on 9to5Google that shows Xbox Game Pass as an app available on Android televisions. Also, XDA saying that Game Pass to Android TV support is apparently coming.
Phil Spencer talked about this and their goal for it. I'm shocked that they're putting it out now. You know, I mean, if you have Game Pass Ultimate, I believe it comes with their streaming, which I forget what it's called. If anybody remembers, please throw it out there.
My problem though, the TVs don't have 8 gigs of RAM and a Snapdragon 800 chip in the television to run Xbox games. How in God's name is that? Okay.
That's what I was explaining.
There aren't many TVs that have Ethernet ports on them. There are a lot of them that have Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
and not even Wi-Fi 6.
True. I think this is just Xbox preparing, like just getting ready for really making their streams. Man, I cannot remember what their streaming thing is called.
Xbox
Cloud?
Xbox Cloud. xCloud.
Oh, xCloud. Thank you.
Yeah, I would assume they're stealing, incorporating Bethesda's Orion technology.
Yeah, you did mention that in your predictions.
Yes, I would have to probably agree.
If I know anything about systems, which I don't, so I'm just going to agree with you. It's possible they're using that. They also said they've upgraded their servers to be actual Xbox Series X's, like to run them, which is neat.
Adam, you don't know anything about servers. I don't know why you're talking about this.
That's fair. I'll stop.
No, please go on with what you're saying.
I mean, I was done anyway, so it worked out.
Oh, well, it's interesting how they can create the servers to work as if they were Xbox Series X's, though, streaming this and playing it on your television. Your phone, I get, because there's still that you still need the power to be able to run this. So here's my, and correct me if I'm wrong, okay? When you stream something, you still have to be able to display whatever you're streaming with some sort of processing power. It's not just an image you're playing on the phone. You need to be able to, your processor or your entire unit needs to be capable of running whatever you're streaming, because it's not like it's just directly coming from the cloud onto your device as an image or as a video. It needs to be able to handle that, which is why my question of the whole processor and everything comes into play. Unless in some way you can just stream something to a phone without having to worry about the hardware capabilities of that phone and whether it can, or that device, and whether it can get it or not.
Yeah, it's streaming.
That's what Orion is. They play Doom on a cell phone with a controller.
Yeah.
60 frames a second. Or
more. And what type of cell phone do they play that on? Do you have any idea or no?
It's streaming.
Doom 2016 is not working on any cell phone. Unless you I don't know even how you would modify it to make Doom 2016 run native.
I don't.
So it was using the app and xCloud and stuff. It streams. It's not. I would assume it's all built into the app integration. It's not actually running on the phone. It's running on a server somewhere else.
Yeah, it's running.
Right?
It's running on hardware that's dedicated to running whatever the hell
Yeah.
it's running, and it's being projected more or less onto whatever. The main issue, which somehow apparently it got around because you watched it live on stage, it was incredible. And Orion, whatever they did with Orion is like, oh my god, it's huge, and it changes everything if they can continue to pull this off and like actually put it into production. Because I don't think they're done with it yet, but what they showed on stage was like they overcame the input delay, because input delay is going to be massive if you're streaming information from like a dedicated piece of hardware that's not in the same general area. You got to knock out the input delay from player to unit system, whatever you want to call it. And with Orion, when they were streaming Doom 2016 to the phone, they put a camera right onto the person's hands. You could watch the person actually playing the game, and it was like very little delay in what they were doing. What was actually happening.
I consider myself a technologically technologically adept. No, not tech savvy. Technologically adept. Okay, but what sort of witchcraft and sorcery is this garbage that you can just put this on a device that just, you don't need to worry about any sort of hardware limitations or anything.
It runs on the cloud.
But you don't.
Well, isn't that what PS Now is too? If you're streaming a game, you're just playing on a PS4, PS3.
It's different in a way for PS Now, I believe.
I think PlayStation Now uses part of the PlayStation hardware to like help with it.
Yeah, it does.
All the information. The thing that's gonna suck. Sorry, Adam, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, PlayStation Now. Like, if you're playing a PS3 game on PlayStation Now, you're streaming from Sony servers on a PlayStation 3. You're literally you have access to a PS3. Thankfully, Mystic Ryan, great YouTuber, he explained this and how he had a video recently that explained the difference between like Game Pass and PS Now, and he also went into the xCloud versus PS Now and how those differ. Because xCloud is doing a completely different thing, where they're using Series X's as the like how to stream them on, but then it's also going into the cloud, and I have reached my technical limits by the time I get to there. I don't know how anything works. There's just invisible air all around. And first of all, Genesis, how dare you? I know a lot about servers. I've been out to eat a lot. All right, so get out of here. Kevin, go ahead.
Okay.
The issue. Well, I would assume anyway, because I don't know where technology is at right now with like.
The issue is efficiency. That's, you're correct in efficiency.
Well,
that's the issue.
I didn't even know where I was going with efficiency, but all right.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
the efficiency of streaming all this uninterrupted to thousands upon thousands of people simultaneously, because I don't know how you streamline that like
Can't
reliably.
Can't do it.
A lot of servers, a lot of Xboxes. Yeah, that's how you do it.
Forget all that. You don't have the internet stability to do that. Even 5G cannot do it.
I would say you are mostly correct.
Much better than 5G.
But also Kevin's more correct. This is not for anybody in the middle of the country. This is nobody in the middle of the country. Nobody in Ohio is going to be using this. I'm telling you right now.
Here's the thing.
Probably ever.
I mean, in theory you could, but
pretty sure people in Ohio don't even know how to turn on a TV. All right, they're dumb.
The throughput for internet connectivity, like the more and more megabits that you can take, or now gigabits, I'm pretty sure they're up to with network lines. The more that you can like put through, it just means you can have more simultaneous connections through it. Like, speeds cap out at like a certain point, because like let's say you are streaming, whatever your internet caps out at, that's all you're gonna be able to pull from them. It doesn't matter how much more they have going to you, you're not gonna be able to get it. So they just have to like basically say, okay, 1080p quality is going to work at blah transfer rate and scale it from there, which is basically how anything streaming works, like Twitch, YouTube, blah blah blah, like all different qualities ideally work at certain megabits per second, or kilobits per second if you go low enough in the resolution. So really, they just need to have a whole ton of separate lines to run all this information through, which I'm pretty sure you can automate somehow with servers.
Yeah.
I don't know, because it's super high level crap that I don't know. I know how like a server works. I don't know how you get all of them running in tandem and have backups and like all that crap. But in theory, it can be done. You need a lot of physical space to do it, but it can be done.
But okay, even after all of this, you mentioned how they were able to overcome input lag on the stage with would you say Project
Orion, I'm pretty sure.
Orion. And look, you could do it on a stage in a controlled environment. You're not going to get past input lag in a real world scenario with today's given standards, even with the top end gigabit internet, or the top end 5G internet that you have. You're not going to get past input lag. There's no way you can convince me unless you have some sort of like black magic in the back of your pocket.
Well, I mean, when you're id tech, you kind of do. But no, I mean, that is valid. It's a very valid point, because I don't know where Orion fits in. I know it's software based, so technically it works on anything and with any setup. But I don't.
It relies on the connection, right? It still relies on the internet connection.
I have no idea, because I don't even know how it works. Like, when I saw it, I lost my mind. Like, I just don't. How do you just magically run something on anything? But you know, if somebody's going to figure it out, it's either going to be the people behind the Quake engine or the people behind the id Tech engine, and id apparently figured it out. I'm sure the people who are working on the Quake engine will figure it out next, and then they'll both combine, and we'll be able to run video games in our eyeballs.
Well, you know, the day that happens, I'm going back to the Crusades and I'm going to fight the Holy War, because this is the point where we have to burn witches at the stake now again, and we believe that the Salem witch trials are coming back at that point.
The Holy War and the Salem witch trials happen at different times. I don't know what.
Exactly. That's okay. That's okay. Nothing. If you're saying you can beam
like a 400 to 500 year difference between those, first of all,
it's okay. I'd rather believe in the Egyptian gods, and I would rather believe in all that than this
again. That's way before the Holy Wars, but
and
your timeline's all messed up, my guy.
The next one, I learned all my timelines from Assassin's Creed, so blame them.
That's how I know it. That's how I know it's all messed up.
Crack at Ubisoft.
Because in Origins, when you play as Bayek, his wife, she goes across to live in like the Holy Lands, and like her great grandchild is one of the assassins in Assassin's Creed 1. Like, come on, man, what are you doing? You're losing it. You gotta replay those Assassin's Creed games. Or read Wikipedia. What the hell are you talking about?
My next rumor here that I have is apparently Destiny 2's expansions, all of them, are coming to Xbox Game Pass for PC in Season 15, which is August 24th.
That sounds 100% legit, and I'll tell you why. Season 15 is supposed to have crossplay.
Oh.
It would be the perfect time to drop something like that.
Wait a minute. Kevin, are you telling me what I think we're telling me?
We could play Destiny together in Season 15.
Oh my God.
Although, I'm pretty sure, hold on, I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure we're in the tail end of Season 13, so we still have to get through 14, and then it'll be 15. I'm pretty sure 15 is not immediately the next season, but I've been away from Destiny for a hot minute, so I'm not sure.
Same thing with me. I've been away from Destiny for a hot minute. Okay. All right.
But yeah,
any other thoughts on this?
If that's a rumor, I would say that it is 100% confirmed because it'd be a perfect way to introduce that.
I mean, Destiny 2 is already on Game Pass, so that makes sense.
All right. As I put my my soup together for my black magic spell that I'm going to be putting tonight,
Sure.
my next rumor here, Sly Cooper 5 is apparently in the works at Sucker Punch. Again, so let me be forefront with this though. This is a 4chan rumor.
Sucker
so
Punch?
Yes.
Because weren't they? Correct me if I'm wrong. Weren't they the ones that just did
Sly 4?
The latest one?
No, they did 1, 2, and 3. They didn't do 4. 4 was that Sanzaru, who no longer exist, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm like, them? They're going back to it?
So they're going back to it.
Yeah, Sanzaru Games. Good for me for remembering that.
Oh, you.
So
they joined the Oculus Studio team quite a bit ago.
This post has also been removed. So I don't know what adds to that, but there was another piece to this that I remember reading about this rumor. Do you guys remember back a couple of years ago, there was a rumor about a Sly Cooper television or Sly Cooper movie that was in the works?
It was a movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was confirmed. Sony said they were working on it. And then
then it got canceled.
The Ratchet and Clank movie didn't do as well as they wanted, and they ended up canceling a bunch of projects that were unannounced, and Sly Cooper was one of them.
Okay. So the movie came into talks when this rumor came about. And people were saying that the movie had the assets to a couple of things that they wanted to use for whatever a current gen Sly Cooper would look like. So if it goes by any sort of comparison here, if I see Sly Cooper look very similar to what Ratchet and Clank looks like, I'd be extremely excited for that.
So you're telling me that a modern day movie, they wanted to use the same assets as the modern day Sly Cooper?
Like CG assets, like to make them look more like, not Pixar characters, but make them look more, what's the word? Yeah,
in that movie trailer was real freaking good, I'll tell you that. That fur? Oof.
Yeah.
That would be weird if that's the case. I mean, I get, for reference, sure, but I can't imagine they would use the same assets, because the movie would look way better than the game.
Oh yeah, I'm saying for reference. I'm not. Somebody just they had a picture of it and they mentioned the assets and they were like, oh, what if it looked like this?
All right, sure.
Yeah, that's what I. Sorry, maybe I misspoke on that. I apologize.
No, I might have misheard. Or just assumed.
I don't think you mishear. You're usually right, so that's not.
What did you say?
Anyway, so my next one, if nobody has any thoughts on this, we're gonna move on to this rumor, and I think this is gonna be the rumor to end it all.
End it all? Wow!
According to this rumor, Horizon 2 has been delayed in 2022.
No. We're not doing this again.
It's been delayed. It's been delayed, guys. It's been delayed.
I like the positivity, Kevin. Big fan. Any other rumors?
No. Let me move on to the actual one. I think this has actually come out to be a legit thing, but let me make sure here. Did they actually announce this on the? Yeah, I think they announced this via Twitter. Half-Life 2 is actually getting remastered on Steam.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
On Steam? Yeah. It's real.
It's real.
Who's remastering it? Is this like a fan thing? Because there was a fan remaster not too long ago. It's not by Valve. Yeah, it's fan made, but it has Valve's consent. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's a Half-Life 2 update.
I'm gonna say this rumor is true. I just got a good feeling.
Hold on, is it the same people who made Black Mesa Source?
What is that?
The Half-Life 1 remake.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. That's a good question. I like how I asked what that, and I was like, no, you didn't Google the thing I asked you to Google. I already closed my thing.
Alright.
You fucking fuck off. Shit.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You didn't Google the thing I said. I'm not Googling for you.
It's after midnight. It's allowed now.
Yeah. Let me just
Great.
make sure.
I guess. I'm curious, if it has Valve's consent, are they going to charge for it? Because remember that team that was making the Left 4 Dead 2 DLC, but they weren't part of Valve, and Valve was like, this is fine. And then they ended up putting them out, and they were like free, and then Valve was like, let's charge for them now. And the team was like, alright.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Valve is so weird. I don't understand them. So if I like put a team together and just started making Infamous 3 and I said, hey Sony, is this okay? What do you think they would do? I honestly think they wouldn't respond.
Ooh.
Fucking shots fired. Thank you. Tropico 6.
It's not the same.
Yeah, it's not.
It's doing it.
Nah, I did Google it. I just didn't want to tell you.
That's fine.
I don't know who this person is, but there's another rumor here.
My name's
Kevin.
Kevin, appreciate you telling us who you are. According to Roberto Serrano, Sony's major conference that was, I think, originally supposed to be scheduled for August 12th has now been delayed till September. So there was a rumor back 2 episodes ago where we had talked about a state of play that was probably going to be in the first 2 weeks of August. I think that's been moved, and one of the reasons that, or not reasons, but one of the things that's stated in here is the Horizon delay. I don't know if maybe they've delayed that state of play because of the delay to Horizon. I don't know. But, yeah.
So what's actually happened here is Sony and all its related companies have been delayed in time, and we'll hear back from them in about a month when they catch up.
Okay, now here's a confusing part of this, though. Isn't the Abandoned app supposed to come out on the 12th of August?
Abandoned app's already out.
No, I mean like to be able to access everything, the trailers and everything in the app. The app's there, but there's nothing in the app yet.
Honestly, for my health, I stopped looking at all of that, so I just don't know.
Because I thought that this was delayed till August because of the whole state of play.
I did not ever think that they would delay a state of play for Abandoned. I'm throwing that out there right now.
I don't think they delayed the state of play for Abandoned, but Abandoned got moved because the state of play that originally was supposed to come out in July got shortened and got moved to August as the bigger state of play because the smaller one came in July.
I honestly think that at this point Abandoned is not going to be at any state of play because Sony's just like, I ain't fucking with this.
They abandoned it.
Ah, damn, Kevin. Kevin, you know what? I was like, should I go for the obvious joke? And I was like, no. But you were the bigger man and you went for it. And honestly, it worked out. It paid off. I liked it. By the way, this Roberto Serrano confirmed that they're still doing old gen versions of Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, I mean, I don't trust them because I don't know them.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna bring up another rumor here. Apparently, according to PopTopic.com, which it's an Australian website.
For a second. Yeah, that was weird.
PopTopic.com.
PopTopic, yeah, that makes sense.
The Abandoned app is actually supposed to be not one reveal, but 2. It's supposed to be for Silent Hill and Metal Gear. which is supposed to be announced in the August State of Play. But then this dude's saying that the August State of Play has been delayed to September. Is there an August State of Play anymore? Is that still going to appear on the 12th?
I told you that it's being abandoned.
And how can this app be for 2 games?
Well, that's easy. So what you do is you take whatever you're going to put on the app, right? And you go, all right, marketing team, we need 2 things to be advertised on this app. So you have to split some shit up.
You know?
No, I have no idea. I don't even know what the app is, so I have no interest in Abandoned.
If it's Silent Hill, I'm going to have real interest in that.
Now, what if it comes out and it's Sly Cooper 5?
I will also have interest in
but
that,
like
but I will be very
real
disappointed.
people instead of animals.
Oh God! Oh no, please!
And when you go on missions, you get into fursonas.
That's just.
I am going to watch. I'm going to watch some eye bleach, and I'm also going to need.
You're gonna watch eye bleach?
Yes, it's a Reddit thread. It's a Reddit forum called.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant that you were just gonna stare at like a bottle of it, like I'm watching you, man, and people are gonna be like, "Wow, that's not how you do that," but you do you, man. You do you. Abandoned sucks. And when it comes out, I'm Metacritic review bombing it. I've never done that before. I will make like a Metacritic score, like a user account. I'll say Metacritic or like Abandoned Eat Ass or something will be my username, and I will put a score down. I'll put a 1, and it's gonna pop up in one of our next Guess the Metacritic reviews, and it's just gonna be like this game eats
Abandoned
ass,
Eat
but
Ass.
not in a good way.
Alright, guys, that's all I got for rumors.
Alright.
You sure?
That is it. Oh, wait, hang on. I got one more.
Yes, I knew it.
I got one more. Guys. One more. And this is gonna be it. This is gonna be it.
What'd you say?
Horizon's delayed to 2022.
Oh my God, shoot me.
All right. All right. It's the end. It's been a year. Let's remember. Kevin, come on out.
No.
Desunoto, come on out. Please come with me. Follow me.
Oh, hold on.
Thanks for inviting me as well.
Don't touch nothing. Desunoto, for the love of God, why aren't you at your PlayStation? Thank you.
I'm here. My controller was on my bed.
Come. Now, if you do me a favor and see this red area right here, Genesis, you can stay where you were if you want. I recommend floating here, if I'm honest. Go ahead and just you can float, and then did you press it?
Press it right now.
Yeah, go ahead and press it. Enjoy the fireworks show.
Oh, look at that. What? Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
What?
Oh my. No, wait. What the?
Game
is lagging.
PS5 isn't liking this at all.
Oh, no. There used to be way more, but... That's sand? That is sand.
What the fuck is happening? Why is there... What?
Hey, the fireworks still work. I didn't think they would, after all the explosions.
Why?
Welcome...
Lava.
to our 1-year anniversary map. We had a backup.
Oh,
this is the backup.
The lava spreading.
Oh yeah, the lava spreading. That's fine. Yeah, no, the whole world was rigged to explode. So that was our finale. I hope everyone enjoyed that. I'm really glad this all worked. I secured it so it wouldn't destroy itself, and I'm glad it didn't. I don't know why it rained sand. But yeah, that's the. Oh hey, look, this exploded a little bit. Also, Genesis. I don't know if you looked in the back here of the main thing that I built.
Exploded blocks, it looks like too. Oof.
If you get closer, they should go away.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, this is we did it. We did 1 year. And we end on this.
Oh, you had your tombstone?
RIP to redacted. So yeah, no, that's don't worry. This world is not destroyed. I made a copy of the world before I put all the TNT, just in case I made a mistake. So yeah, that was our grand finale. So the Game Awards have been destroyed as well. I blew that up. There's a lot of TNT here. I'm really surprised that the fireworks were not destroyed. But I mean, remember that? Remember how we set up for cows? I set it up for fireworks. Isn't that exciting?
Yes.
Yeah. So now it just keeps firing infinitely. There's about like 2,000 fireworks that can go off. It'll take like an hour for it to go off.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, it's been a great year. I'm looking forward to year number 2 and all the subsequent years after that. Hopefully one of these days this will take off. Doubt it, but hopefully one of these years. Again, it's always a pleasure doing this with you guys. Kevin, Desinoto, 100% appreciate you guys again joining in. Adam, I could not have asked for a better co-host. My God,
hey.
What a journey this has been. What a journey.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. So.
And we'll keep going on this. Absolutely, we'll keep going on this through all these next couple of years and all the different adventures we'll have. With that, I think we're gonna sign off for tonight.
Yeah.
And, we'll see you guys next Tuesday, same time. Definitely not same place because this is gonna be fixed.
Yeah, no, it'll be fine next time probably.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time on Crafting a Chat, twitch.tv/craftingachat, youtube.com/startingtoolate, and oh my God, follow us on Twitter. Leave us a subscribe. Oh my God, leave us a like on the video, subscribe to the channels, and everybody be safe out there. I'll see you guys next week.
You're right, what are you doing? Looking at the firework contraption, you want to see it? If you...
Bye, guys.
Look at this.
Anybody else gonna say bye?
Who just made this hole?
Nobody gonna say bye?
Bye.
There we go. But yeah, it's on a closed loop system, and it just keeps going.
All right, guys, we'll see you next week.
It cuts it off by pushing that and all that. So, yeah. Bye, you stupid.